All right, reading here from Jeff Sanders, who covers the Padres for the San Diego Union Tribune, and Eric Hosmer is headed to the Boston Red Sox per team source.
How about them apples?
I'm surprised. So he's a $20 million player. He has an opt-in at the end of this season, so he could stay here for $13 million. I say he has an opt-out, but we'll see what happens whether he elects to go on the market or not. I'm surprised. I didn't think they'd make this kind of move. Hosmer can defend, but again, so now what? A year and 4 months into the season, they decide to get a first baseman, and what? Acknowledge that the whole time before they didn't have one?
Yeah.
So now what is this? Trying to stop the bleeding? Is that what this is now? You're trying to stop the bleeding?
I mean, you tell me, Mazz, is he still – I mean, he was great in Kansas City, big part of those World Series teams, right? I mean, 270 this year, 269, 270 last year, 287 the year before in San Diego. Played 151 games last year, has played 90 this year. It feels like he's a everyday first baseman who hits 270.
Yeah, correct. I mean, he's not the player he used to be, but defensively, he's way better than what they've had. Way, way, way better. Okay, and let's face it, offensively, he's better than what they've had because offensively, they've been ranked near the bottom of the league in production at first base. At least his numbers are something close to what you would call average. The OPS is what, 727 or something, right? So, and for first base, that might be low relatively. I'd have to look at the league averages, but even so, they were in the sixes, I think, low sixes. So they got an improvement there at first base. I'm surprised.
Mazz, a massive improvement over what they have right now?
Yeah, it is. No question.
It's massive.
Yes, enormous. But only because what they've had out there has sucked. So this is the part I don't get. It's becoming apparent to you now that you needed a first baseman. I'm sorry. I've reached the point where, because you heard people yelling that you needed a first baseman? Now you decided to go get one?
Yes.
Someone had to tell you needed a first baseman?
Yes. Yes. And this is what I've been saying to you about why I'd be stunned if they sold at the deadline or really let Bogart's endeavors walk. They want to in their hearts, but they are reactive to their market and to their fan base. And yes, I feel that they felt they have to do these things to save face. So thank God for the pressure that you put on them out there and we put on them because they do respond to it.
Okay, so again, look, Hosmer is a player I've always liked. I think Hosmer is a baseball player. Okay, Hosmer is not one of these softball player guys. Hosmer is a legitimate baseball player. He's a good guy on a team. He's got a good reputation. There's a lot of good stuff there to like about Eric Hosmer. Now, he's not the player he used to be, but I would equate it to kind of like Rizzo last year. Same kind of pickup. Which again, from that standpoint, okay, you're over 100 games in now. How many games did you blow before you did this?
Bob Nightingale of USA Today said that the Padres are eating most of the salary over the next 3 years.
Okay. So there you go. So
is that so good?
Yeah. So, but then again, I asked the question.
This is what it takes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is what it takes.
Right. Why wasn't this done? How many games did you blow up to now? And so the only way you were going to add a first baseman is when you could get him for nothing.
When you say the next 3 years, so Mazz, he's got the Spotrac says he has a player opt-out after 2022. Is that full player or is it mutual? Or, I guess it doesn't matter.
No, I think it's pure player opt-out. So, and his salaries would be $13 million over each of the next 3 years.
So he's been at $20 million for the last 5 years. If he opts in, he only makes $13 million over the next 3.
Correct.
He's not going to opt in.
Probably not unless he thinks there's no market for him.
Like less than 13 over the next 3 years? Is he falling off that? It doesn't feel like he's fallen off that much.
No, and I would tell you, too, Rizzo hit the market last offseason, got 2 times 16. So he got $32 million. This guy's got 39 over the next 3. Can he go out on the market and get 2 times 15 next offseason? Maybe. So the Red Sox are probably banking on him opting out.
It's close.
Yeah, in fact, it wouldn't even surprise me if they've already covered that. They've already said to him, look, we want to bring you here. Are you up for this? Would you do it? But we also want some assurance that are you going to opt out?
What's going out the door? Any word on that?
No report yet.
My guess is it's not much because, again, I think this is in line with how they do it. So what frustrates me about this Hosmer deal, because, again, I've lost confidence in Bloom. Okay, I've lost confidence. I'm sorry. And I look at this deal and say, a day late and a dollar short. So you're doing it now. So what? We're supposed to celebrate now that you got a first baseman when, again, you've played 105 games or 102 games or whatever the number is. You let all that time go by. You let all that damage happen. And now you decide to fix the broken window? Like, what are we doing?